Here we are now at spring break. So just so that you know, I have went ahead and opened up the week 13 module, which is our final module dealing with Microsoft Excel. So Microsoft Excel chapter 4. And so you'll notice in there that there is a discussion forum, which is very similar to the one that you are completing for week 12. This time for week 13, you'll be doing one about different airports. And I'm looking at arrival times and learning how to use some conditional formatting, some if statements, etc. So you'll be doing that. Now, I know there's some questions about the discussion for week 12, which was dealing with making the chart of stock prices. So if you do have any questions, first of all, just know that I'm not looking, for it to be perfect or to be, exact. I know that it's kind of hard to understand exactly what it's asking for. When it asks for what is it, a close, open, close, something, something chart, it actually is a type of chart. So when you go in to create your chart, you'll have to click, there's different categories, and you'll click on stocks, and then you'll see the one that you need there listed. So that ought to have been help to you. Now, if you didn't do that, it's okay. Just do the best that you can with this. Mainly, I just wanted to give you some more experience with playing with charts and using charts in Excel. But just do the best you can. Now, if you still have questions, make sure that you please send me an email or a Canvas message. And even though it's the weekend and then we're off next week, I'm still available. So if you need me to, make a time with you to get on Zoom, we can do that. But as I say, week 13 is open. Those assignments are not due until Sunday the 18th. But I wanted to open that up for you. So if you want to be able to work ahead, you can, but don't feel stressed that you need to. And then I'm going to work on getting week 14, which is going to be our first chapter for Microsoft Access. And I will get that up probably sometime. I'll start putting it together this week. So that way then you have it and it'll open up the end of spring break. It'll be open up to you as well. So now just a note about Microsoft Access. Access is the database application, and there'll be some more information about that once you actually get in, you watch the video, and you do the discussions, particularly the discussion that we'll have in week 15. That ought to help hopefully clarify some more about what it is and that. But realize that Access, sadly, is a Windows-only function. So if you're trying to do this either on a Chromebook or you're doing this on a Mac, you're going to not be able to do that. So I suggest that if you have a friend, maybe you can borrow a computer from a friend, or you can go over to their house and use their computer to do it. Also, remember that you can probably still borrow a computer, hopefully, from the school. As far as I know, those are still available. I haven't heard any different, but again, I don't know. So you can request that through the information. There is on the very top module before the orientation, there should be a link there. Okay. So I apologize for that, but just know that if you only have a Mac or you're trying to do this like on a Chromebook or something, you're going to have issues, unfortunately, with Access. Unfortunately, that is a Windows-only application. And but what I would suggest doing is doing the other activities. So doing the quiz, doing the discussion, doing those activities, even if you don't have access, right now to a Windows computer, just so that you get your points for that. And then you can always then go ahead and do the demonstration and the practice exercises. You'll understand that when that comes up. But for right now, just enjoy your spring break. Again, if you want to work on week 13, which is our final activity for Excel, go for it, but you don't need to. Because it'll, then when we come back then after spring break on the 12th, you can, work on that as well. But I would just suggest if you can, maybe just look at it, work a little bit on it, but I can't make you do that. Okay, I want you to have your spring break. I want you to be able to have some time, because I know this has been a challenging semester, a challenging time. So I want to make sure you guys have that and have some time to rest or have some time to do some things that maybe you've neglected. I know for me, I'll be working on some projects that I've neglected, sadly. So that I'm not very proud of that I've neglected. So that's what I'll be doing over spring break. But, again, I'm still here for you via email, via Canvas messaging, and of course via Zoom if we need to schedule a time. So make sure that you use your time effectively. So if you have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, have a good spring break, and I'll see you back when it's time in our class. Have a great Easter and be safe and have a great week.